do some more back squats. So it's not necessary how much you can shift, it's all down to getting that form, and obviously at the moment I haven't nailed that form in yet, so it's a bit annoying, but I suppose over time it will become more intuitive over time. So but yeah, I mean, in terms of the actual weight I'm shifting, it's irrelevant. I'm not here to set records or break records, so there's no point destroying myself and get my little ego hurt over what weight I'm shifting. So yeah, so let's rest for a bit and we'll do some probably some front squats. So crack on. What I will be doing is probably won't be fueling my workouts with monsters in the near future. I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to remove any fizzy carbonated drinks from my overall diet and any stimulants. So don't mind having tea and coffee, but when it comes to like things like this, although they taste nice, it's just some of the things that contained in there, and I think it's probably more detrimental to your health than benefits. Short-term gain for long-term suffering. So I'll finish what I've got. I think I've got another 5 or 6 cans left, so it is what it is. I think occasionally I probably will have the odd beverage where it's carbonated, but I think long term it's pretty best to try and remove any unnecessary junk from the actual diet and go full cognito and just do, I think, as Mother Nature intended, natural as possible, but having some cheat days in between. So let's do some more front squats and then we'll see what other exercises I want to do. Definitely got to do some leg extensions, some hamstring curls and some in and outers with abductors, and we'll do some calf raises most importantly. So, and we'll see what else takes our fancy today. So I think what I need to start doing is being a bit more organised and a bit more assertive in what I'm going to do mentally, and just push on really. But overall, it's locking in that form, which is probably the most important thing. Form is key to everything, so we'll get there. It's just them cues that you need to get drummed into your cycle, and it takes many hours of practice and repetition. So, and not to like punish yourself on the daily because you failed something. It's take the lesson, learn from it, and move forward and grow from that position really. So right, let's crack on. Maybe do another set of front squats. Just getting all the cues right. again, just a bit of rest. I think overall it'll come together. It just takes time, and although we don't have free time all the time, and we have to fit this around 12-hour shifts and working as much overtime as I can physically fit in, needs must. But I think when I'm working nights, I just don't think it's feasible for me to do any workouts. What I would probably like to do is probably have a treadmill, probably a treadmill at home where I can just train and just do cardio at home, but that's not anything important yet. But I think when I'm here, I think it's going to be crucially important to do cardio. Minimum 30 minutes. I don't think you need to go too crazy. And in terms of anything else like diet, it's probably cutting out the right things to hopefully instill that positive change. So we'll see what happens. Do some more front squats, and then we'll go on to like leg extension. Bars in the way. Right. Sometimes I leave my weight on the rack. I know it's really bad etiquette, but needs must. Right, so back squats, leg squats done. I thought that was really good back squats and front squats. What I will be doing now is going to leg extensions. From there we'll go on to hamstring curls, then we do some innies and outies, and I'm not sure if I'll be doing any other exercise other than the cross trainer for some cardio. But I think with what I'm doing in terms of rep range, it's more trying to get in that cycle of feet positioning, bracing myself, and just moving the weight as efficiently and as cleanly as possible. But the thing is, that takes a lot of repetition and time to get it, so you're not second guessing yourself. And what I don't want to be doing is being at the gym 6-7 days a week, because it doesn't, although you might feel that you've got the energy and strength to do that, it doesn't always bode well later on in life, or later on further down the line, in terms of feeling fatigue and plateauing on exercise, or losing strength, or pushing yourself to a point where you're just breaking down yourself. So there's a fine line, and you have to understand that not every session is about breaking records. It's about engaging with you and making who you are a stronger person, a much more healthier person going forward. There's a thing of being too healthy and being so hyper focused on you and what you project to other people. So it can be a toxic thing. I think the vast majority of people who come to the gym, which you probably won't see on social media, are just normal people just wanting to have better mobility, better health, better mental strength, and exercise can do so much for somebody's personal morale, the mobility, the overall health. It can have so many benefits, and what you see on social media, it doesn't really show the true nature. I think that shows a nature of the actual beast that can be this very hyper-focused, egotistical version of people, and it is a very unhealthy lifestyle when you push it to extremes that you see for people who do bodybuilding. It is an unhealthy lifestyle. It's not it's not sustainable, and it's a shame that the actual industry makes money off this imagery, and it's a shame. It is a dire shame, but maybe over time things will go full circle where people will start taking note and go, actually, we need to normalise what going to gym is all about. It's not about being the dude that lifts the most, or the lady who shifts the most weight. It's not about that. It's about perfecting the movements and doing things in such a way that it doesn't compromise your health, and I think that's the critical thing. Anyway, that's me gas bagging out, yeah, I just ramble on sometimes. Hopefully that makes sense, but we'll do some leg extensions now, and yeah, we'll just gas bag it again. 9. Ready, but again, we're not looking to break any land speed records here. Trying to do 3 sets, that's the first set done. A few more seconds and then we'll crack on again. 2. 8. 9. Number 2.3, so that's 4.6. That's 38.6 kilos for the last set, I think he says. Give it a few more seconds. If I can get up to 8 reps, or near enough 8 reps, if I can push on for 10. 6. 7. That's enough. Oh my gee. 3. These are 0.1s, 1.1. So we've got 6, 7, 3. Your body's really good at is anticipating what mark. So I'm quite happy with that. Boxes were rid up my up between my thigh edge. Hope I'm right. That's it. Tell you what, that feels so good, but it's just so hard to like lift up. It's so incredibly hard. I think what I need to start doing is making sure when I do come to the gym that I focus solely on a certain type of muscle group instead of getting sidetracked or side quests. I'm thinking, right, I'll do my arms, I'll do my shoulders. I think I want to start allowing just to do one session for one muscle group and just train things in that type of manner. I think I'll probably get more noticeable progression, and also it gives the muscles time to recover when I start doing the splits properly and do, like I said, a muscle group every other day, whatever the schedule allows. So like today I'll do legs, and then I think tomorrow I should do shoulders, and then have a couple of days off, and we'll come back again. We might then do a back day, and then so on and so forth, but just dedicating a session to a particular muscle group, so we'll make sure we get as much exercise into that one muscle group. I think that would be more beneficial for me. I hope it'd be more beneficial. So that concludes today's session. back squats, front squats, leg extensions, hamstring curls, innie and outies, and finish off with the cardio on the cross trainer. Overall, very happy workout, so it's time to get back home now and chillax and rest and get ready for the next session tomorrow morning. So yes, let's get home. So in terms of going forward, what I want to do, and I think in terms of longevity and self-improvement, is I think every session will dedicate to a certain muscle group. So for instance, tomorrow I'll do back, and then a session after that will be shoulders, and then arms, and then maybe go back onto legs again, and then probably incorporate a ab workout in and amongst all that. So trying to keep the body guessing what's going to be coming up, and just slowly incorporate different exercises that could be more beneficial, to help with the fluff work. But for me, it's all about longevity and getting stronger and fitter, without the noise of things that are not really needed within a good healthy lifestyle. Now in terms of my diet, I have tried to reduce, not completely remove, any like wheat products. So if I have sausages, some of them do contain wheat, but some do contain rice flour, so a better alternative. So yeah, if I can avoid wheat products, I will, best I can, but I won't go through things and like strip food off if it's containing wheat. I just think it's an eating disorder in disguise. I don't want to be weighing my food. I want to do everything by sight. I think it's getting a healthy understanding what size of food you need on your plate, and not chase these micrograms of what you should be eating. I just think it does make sense. Try not to, if I want something sweet, have something sweet. I think chocolate nowadays isn't comparable to chocolate 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's a completely different beast now. And with the advent of like sports drinks and stimulants, I don't think it's beneficial for a healthy lifestyle. So it's just trying to incorporate foods that are going to be more beneficial. So eat more fruit. I think that's really good. You can have more root vegetables. Again, it's all down to personal choice and what you find fulfilling for yourself. There's not much else I'm going to be changing really. I think that there are going to be days during a week or during a month where I go out and have a nice meal. Maybe like go to a nice restaurant or something, or have a KFC or something that's going to be worthwhile and more fulfilling. I'm probably trying to avoid things like McDonald's, or anything that's going to be heavily bread orientated. So like Maccadees, Burger King. Although I do love a Burger King. If I had to choose between Burger King or McDonald's, it would be Burger King every day of the week. I haven't really tried any other burger restaurants as of yet. I've seen some of these places for like smash burgers, and I'm thinking, oh, that sounds really nice. Sounds definitely up my street. But I think it'd be nice to treat myself to a nice meal out at some point, and obviously I think it'd be nice to share them type of moments with you lot, even though I have a very small community of 61 subscribers. But for me, it's not about getting notoriety or anything like that. It doesn't really bother me one bit. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself a nice fruit salad on the go now, and when I wake up, I'll probably have a nice protein snack, or actually I might make myself a nice burger and then have some chippers with it. So yeah, so interesting, and maybe some fried egg. I'm not sure yet, so I don't plan too far ahead in terms of food and what I'm eating. But typical foods I will be eating would be like your eggs, salmon, any type of joint meat, yeah, anything tasty and flavoursome, I think is ideally, and as long as it contains natural fats, occurring fats within the product, all the better. So we'll see how it goes. I think next time I'll be weighing myself, it would be towards the end of May, so that'll be in a couple of weeks' time, so that'll be interesting. But it'd be nice to see how much weight I'm currently, it'd be nice to see how much weight I'm losing, and if I'm maintaining weight but losing body fat, I'd rather have that than anything. If I'm losing body fat but maintaining weight, I'd be over the moon with that. But again, I'm not going to beat myself up about things of that nature. I think over time I will get stronger, I will lose the weight, and yeah, and I want to do it all naturally. I want to do it without any physical aids and any major supplements as well. So so like I'm talking about like people who take steroids or like boosting your testosterone with TRT, and just just using off-the-shelf supplements that you can get from any health store, and eating fruits and vegetables and good meats and eggs really, and just drinking enough fluid to keep you hydrated, and yeah, so all good fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and more content will be coming out in the near future, and hopefully I'll get this interaction nailed down to a T, and yeah, it'll be all good fun, and hopefully you'll see the transformation of my mental well-being and also my physical health. But yeah, we'll take it from there. So hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the near future.